Hey guys, welcome back to another Rise and Flow. You won't need anything at all for this session, just some space on the floor, a mat if you have one, and whenever you're ready, come and join me in the centre of your mat in a seated position, and we'll begin our warm-up. So just get yourself comfortable on the mat, cross-legged, legs out, kneeling, whatever works for you, and we'll just begin by rolling our shoulders back and down, maybe 5 times backwards, and then 5 times forwards. Really shrug those shoulders up into your ears, get those joints moving, start to wake the body up. Once you've done 5 times in both directions, come back to the centre, and we're going to inhale to lift our right arm up, exhale, reach over to the left, inhale back to centre, switching over the arms, exhale, reach over to the right. Inhale back to centre again, and we're going to do this 5 times, moving with our own breath, in our own time, on each side. With every inhale, see if you can find a bit more length, and with every exhale, see if you can fold deeper. One more each side. And then come back to centre, and we're going to inhale to lift, exhale to twist to look behind, inhale to lift, exhale to twist to look over the other shoulder. So again, just 5 each side, moving with your own breath, in your own time, finding that length to lift, and then exhaling to twist and deepen that stretch and that fold. One more each side. And then we're slowly just going to come onto our hands and knees, tuck our toes and step back into our down facing dog position. So think about spreading your fingers, gripping the mat with your hands, setting yourself up here with your head, crown of the head towards the floor, pointing your tailbone towards the sky. So think about maybe bending at the knees, find that length in your spine as you press the head through the arms, and think about pulling those shoulder blades apart so that you have a nice broad upper back and your neck's not shrugging into your shoulders. From here you can then begin to start to extend the legs, pedaling, alternating your ankles, your heels closer to the ground, stretching out those calves, those hamstrings, also working a little bit in towards the hips. Take a few deep breaths. I want you to take one final deep inhale as you press through the ground and find length in your spine, pressing the crown of the head towards the floor. Exhale, push your heels towards the floor. And then on the next inhale, start to walk the feet all the way into your Uttanasana forward fold. So coming to the front of your mat, feet between your hands. Don't worry about having straight legs, bend the knees at first. Think about drawing that chest over your thighs, crown of the head towards the floor again, and then just take opposite hand to opposite elbow. And you can just hang out here for a couple of deep breaths. Easing into the glutes, the calves, the hamstrings, and the lower back. And then from here we're going to inhale to come all the way up, extended Tadasana, reaching up tall. Exhale, hands on the knees, and then just twizzle out the knees. And then back in the opposite direction. From there, just shake out the legs. You should be feeling a little bit more mobile, and we're going to begin our flow. So if you just come down into a kneeling position in the centre of your mat, so we're going to start with a few cat-cows to begin. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and just start to think about inhaling as you bend the tummy towards the floor, looking up towards the ceiling. Think about pulling those shoulder blades back and down, squeezing them together, and then exhaling to round through the back, pressing the ground away, pulling the shoulder blades apart, sucking the navel back towards the spine. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. One last one. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. From here, you're just going to take your hands slightly further forwards, and we're just going to bring our hips back and pull our chest towards the floor. So don't worry if you can't get down towards the floor yet. Just feel that stretch in your upper back, that bend in your thoracic spine. Eye gaze forwards, chest towards the floor. Just take a few deep breaths. Exhale, one more deep breath all the way in. Exhale, come back up onto your hands and knees, and we're just going to do cat-cow in the lateral direction. So we're going to circle the hips up and round 5 times in one direction, and then 5 times in the other direction. It feels a bit weird, right? Last one. And then just come back to neutral. We're going to take our right foot back and plant the foot down at a 45-degree angle flat on the floor. Keep the left hand and knee in contact with the floor. We're going to inhale to lift and reach with the right hand up towards the ceiling, opening our chest out towards the side, and then exhale as you reach over. This is called kneeling side angle pose. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then release the hand to the floor and step back to down facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Then walk the feet all the way in towards the hands, coming into your Uttanasana forward fold, and then inhale to come all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, sit back into chair pose, keeping that tailbone tucked under, suck the navel back towards the spine, and roll those shoulders back and down. Really brace your core. See if you can hold for another 3, 2, 1. Then inhale to come all the way up. Exhale as you swan dive down into your Uttanasana forward fold. Think about drawing your chest over your thighs, crown of the head towards the knee, floor. And if you need to take a slight bend in the knees, you can. Or if you'd rather take ragdoll, you can. Just take a few deep breaths here. Inhaling to find length, exhaling to fold. And then on this one, plant your hands on top of your feet. As you inhale, slide your hands up your shins, sending your hips back, squeezing your shoulder blades back and down and finding that flat back, halfway lift position. Exhale, release, melt forwards. Plant the hands on the floor and you can either step or hop back to plank. Option to drop the knees if you need to. We're then going to come all the way down into low plank or knees, chest, chin. Come onto your forearms and inhale as you pull up to Sphinx pose. So really think about engaging those shoulders, rolling them back and down, reaching the heart forwards, taking a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to pull the hips and the stomach off the floor. So you're pressing through your forearms to find that nice hollow hold position, and then inhale to come back up to Sphinx. If you want to make this harder, see if you can lift your knees as well. We're going to do it 2 more times. So exhale to pull everything off the floor, find that hollow hold position. Inhale, come all the way back up to Sphinx. One last go, whichever variation you choose. Find that hollow hold. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale as you come all the way down. Release the arms out in front of you. We're going to come into locust pose. So as you inhale, lift your hands, knees, thighs, and chest off the floor. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Inhale to lift again. Exhale, release. One last time. Inhale to lift. See if you can hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Hands go back underneath your shoulders. Press up into cobra. Exhale, push back to down facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Take a moment there to just open up the calves, the hips, if you want to. Or you can just take a moment to pulse through the shoulders and open up the chest. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to inhale to lift the right leg up high to the sky. Swing the leg through and come into a high lunge position. So keeping that back heel off the floor, we're going to inhale to lift the hands up above the head. And if you need to, think about having a slightly wider stance as we're going to dip now. So we're going to exhale as we cactus the arms out to the side, tapping the back knee to the floor. And then inhale to lift. Exhale to dip. Inhale to lift. Last one. Exhale to dip. Inhale to lift and come into star pose. So feet are now, front toes should be pointing forwards and the back legs, we're coming into warrior 2. Just go into warrior 2, guys. Sorry about that. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, come down into your warrior 2 position. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then we're going to inhale to lift, coming into reverse warrior. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, see how far you can reach. And then inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Last one, exhale, reverse warrior. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to come all the way up and round into warrior 1. So find those hips straight ahead. Exhale, sink down into that lunge position. From here, if you need to adjust your feet to go into that slightly wider stance, you can. We're going to exhale as we interlace our fingers and clasp our hands behind us and fold our chest over that front thigh into humble warrior. We're then going to inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale, come back down into that humble warrior. One last time, inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, come back down into humble warrior. Release the hands, circle them up as you step through to your Tadasana chair pose. Exhale, come all the way back down and come into that kneeling, hands under shoulders, knees under chest, and we're going to come into that sequence on the other side. So we're coming straight into that side angle pose. So we're taking the right hand and knee stays on the floor, left leg steps back, foot goes flat to the floor at a 45-degree angle. Inhale to lift and reach with that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, reach over into side angle. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release that hand and step back to down facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Take a moment there and then walk the feet or hop all the way into Uttanasana, forward fold. Wherever you need to be today, draw your chest over your thighs, clasp the back of your thighs if you want to. Exhale and then inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, fold down into Uttanasana, forward fold. You're here for 3 deep breaths. Inhale to find length. Exhale to fold deeper. Inhale to find a little bit more length. Exhale to fold deeper. And then this time we're going to add that halfway lift. So hands on top of shins. Inhale to slide the hands up, sending the hips back, straightening the legs, squeezing those shoulder blades. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. And you can either step or hop back to plank. And then we're going to come all the way down into Sphinx pose as we exhale. So finding that Sphinx position again, we're back to those hollow holds. So you're exhaling to pull your knees and your hips off the floor, or just your hips if you want to keep your knees. Inhaling to come back to the Sphinx. Exhaling to hollow hold. Inhaling to Sphinx. Exhaling to hollow hold. Inhale, come back to Sphinx. Exhale, release yourself to the floor, hands go long, and we're back into those locusts. So option 1, inhale to lift to locust. Option 2, grab a hold of your ankles, and this time we can inhale to lift and kick to bow. Exhale, release. Inhale to lift and kick. Exhale, release. And release your legs, release your arms. Plant your hands back underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, press up into plank and push back to down facing dog, and we'll take a vinyasa. So inhale, roll forward to high plank. Exhale, low plank or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes and press back to down facing dog. So we're back to those high and low lunges on the other side. So inhale, lift the left leg up this time, swing it through. Plant it between the hands, find your steady stance position. Inhale to lift up into your high lunge. Exhale as you lower, cactusing the arms, tapping the back knee to the floor. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift and twizzle that back foot down at a 45-degree angle. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, can you go any lower in your stance? And then we're back to those reverse warriors. So exhale, drop the back hand. Inhale to lift and reach. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Last one. Exhale, reverse warrior. And then inhale as you come back into the front with your hips and you're in warrior 1. Exhale, sink down. So square the hips off to the front of your mat. Eye gaze forwards, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands, interlace the fingers, clasp them behind your back. And as you exhale, fold over that front leg. Chest to thigh if you can, drop the head and just relax over that front leg in humble warrior. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. One last time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands on the floor, step back to down facing dog, and we'll take a vinyasa. So inhale, roll forwards to high plank. Exhale, low plank or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, push back to extended child's pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. stretching your right side body. And then walk your hands all the way over to the right. And find that stretch in your left side body. Come all the way back to center. And slowly come up onto your hands and knees and bring yourself around into a seated position. We're going to take the legs straight out in front of us, flex the toes back towards us, and the right leg is going to go long while the left leg goes up and over. So sole of the foot on the floor opposite on the other side, on the outside of the right knee. Hook the right arm around the left knee and then think about bringing the chest in towards that left thigh. Inhale to lift, exhale to twist for half Lord of the Fishes. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Switch sides. So left leg goes long, right foot comes over on the outside of the left knee. Hook that left elbow around the right knee. Bring that chest in towards the thigh. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to look behind. Over the right shoulder for half Lord of the Fishes on the other side. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, and then we'll just come into a simple seated forward fold. So flex the toes back towards you, pull the fleshy bits of your bum out from underneath you. Inhale as you lift and lengthen, exhale as you fold forwards over those thighs, bringing your chest towards the thighs, head towards the knees, nose towards the toes. Hold for 5 deep breaths. Inhaling to find length, exhaling to fold deeper. Try and think about reaching with your belly rather than hunching over with your shoulders. And try and use the exhale to just help you melt a little bit lower into the posture each time. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then we're slowly going to come all the way back up. We're going to slide our bum down towards our heels. Feet are going to go flat on the floor. We're going to go into bridge pose. So come onto your backs. We're going to shuffle our shoulder blades underneath us as we lift our hips up into the sky. You're going to clasp your hands together and shuffle your shoulders even further under. Really reach up with your hips as you press the ground away with your hands. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release your back to the floor and bring your knees in towards your chest, hugging with both arms. You can rock from side to side, back and forth, just massage that lower back. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to drop the toes to the floor. Keep the heels lifted, take the hands out to the side in a T-shaped position, palms facing down, and just drop the knees from side to side for a few window wipers to finish. One more each side. And then bring your knees in towards your chest for one final hug. Rock from side to side, do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel good. Massage your lower back. And then whenever you're ready, come all the way up to seated. And join me in one last deep breath as we inhale to lift our hands up above our heads, palms together. As we exhale, bring the hands to the forehead. Kind thoughts. To the lips, kind words. To the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.